Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog, and welcome to an extra special episode where we are going to be reviewing one of the most insane setups you've ever seen to date, produced by Enthuzst, that now you have a chance to take home. And there's an extra special layer to this that I'm going to touch on in today's video. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. All right guys, so as you're seeing this video, we are kicking off an exclusive, insane opportunity that you have for the next 3 days that extends through August 12th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that is that DDG38, which is what we are coining as Kong, and Murdermax are both up for grabs, meaning that one entry gets you entered for not only this absolutely insane satin black 2023 F450, the most recent body style with a whole bunch of mods that I'm gonna go into, as well as a 415 Keystone Raptor that's 45 foot long that happens to match satin black and $50,000, but also the end of Murdermax, which is the 800 horsepower Whirly Custom Fab Compound Turbo LML Durmax that comes with $30,000 cash. So yes, as you're seeing this, look at this absolutely ridiculous setup that I have right here in front of me that you can get entered for both trucks with one entry. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, of course, for the next 3 days until August 12th, when that giveaway ends, you have a chance to max out with 30 times entries for both. So if you're thinking, if you're hesitant, if you're on the fence, you only have 3 days or less than 36 hours to decide what you are going to do. And one of you might be taking home that truck or that truck. Oh my goodness. Now, real quick, if you want to learn a little bit more about Murdermax and you clicked on this video to see this insane setup but don't know much about this absolutely insane 800 horsepower compound turbo LML, go ahead and click the link right here at the top of this video. You can watch the entire overview of this thing. Teaser alert, it's got 2 turbos and it makes absolutely beautiful sounds, but we are not going to touch on that today, although I need to let you guys kind of soak in the view, as it would be very selfish for me if I didn't allow you to see what could be the campsite that you have set up. Imagine that. Imagine if you and a friend entered for this setup, a friend won that setup and you won that setup, or vice versa, and you guys got to post up at the campground and literally break everybody's necks with a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of envy, but honestly, a whole lot of excitement, because seeing this setup right here, both of these trucks and that trailer posted up, just makes me feel so happy. All right, guys, so as per usual, let's start the walkthrough with this absolute insane setup. Now, we have coined Kong because the F450 has this insanely bullish stance to it, and this new body style is absolutely menacing looking. Plus, I kind of think of that like emoji gorilla, and like this thing kind of just reminds me of that, so they kind of went hand in hand. And who knows, maybe if Kong is taken to very well, there could be a future Kong 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. Only time will tell. All right, boys and girls, so we are looking at a next to new 2023 F450 quad cab long bed platinum. What do you guys think of this thing? The satin and the gloss black accents go so unbelievably well together. It is like the perfect combination. I knew I was going to love it. I just didn't know I was going to love it this much. So much so that I actually really kind of just don't even want to give it away, but we have to. One of you is going to end up taking it. So let's start from the factory. This thing is a fully loaded, fully equipped platinum. It is a factory black truck, which has been wrapped satin black. As you can see, the wrap was done by PPF Pros. If you guys want to get some information about them, you can check out the links in the description below. We have their link down there. This thing comes with everything under the sun and more that I'm going to get into, but just to kind of highlight: multi-projector headlights and projector fogs, lane sense, lane departure, a bunch of different camera angles, heated seats, cooled seats, remote start, power folding steps, LED headlights and taillights that of course are murdered out to make it look oh so sinister and special, and an absolutely sick caramel interior. I'm gonna bring you guys inside of the truck here in just a minute, but I wanna go over all the awesome things on the outside that make this truck truly one of a kind, and we are actually going to start right in the front. Now, real quick though, before I go any further, I didn't like the new F-Series when they came out, but I'll be honest with you, every single new truck revision, I'm always a little bit skeptical and on the fence about. And then I see one that looks like this, then I feel like all of a sudden this like overwhelming super sense of strong feelings. Is anybody else with me? Drop a comment below about what you think of the new body style. Do you like it? Has it not grown on you yet? And has this truck made you fall more in love with it? Comment below, let me know. So this thing, we went with a very simple yet elegant yet sinister combination of satin black and gloss black. Gloss black is all of the factory painted items, and then of course satin are your complements, and I think it pulls things together extremely well. So you got satin black on the bumper, satin black on the fenders, and essentially the entire body, gloss black roof, satin black on the hood, gloss black higher front end going into the headlights, across the whole honeycomb grille, Ford badge. You've got your painted plastics on the inside of the bumper, around the fog light, and of course the entire F450 valance, which I actually prefer over the two-wheel drive one because it hangs low and it gives the front end such a beefy aesthetic from the front. I mean, look at the fascia on this thing, it's insane. All right, so guys, coming over into the headlights, I'm gonna turn on the DRLs for you real quick because there's something pretty special about this thing. Boom, right there, quick little switch. And you're not getting white LEDs on this truck. As a matter of fact, it's all orange LEDs. And we gotta say a huge shout out to our boy, Philip Fast Headlights, for providing the orange inserts for these headlights. They look freaking beautiful and it's so different, it's so unique compared to all the other F-Series that are the new body style on the road. You've got your orange LEDs in the mirrors and of course your orange LED cab lights across the front end. So we went that entire orange route instead of white route on this specific truck. All right, now coming around to the side again, you're gonna see complements of gloss black and then satin black all throughout the truck, right? We got a set of 26s on this thing by American Force, of course, with the gloss black large spike lug nut covers, rolling around on a set of Fury 37s, which give this truck the most badass stance. We've got a Wicked Customs leveling kit on this thing with an upgraded coil spring and Fox 2.0 remote reservoir shocks. These gloss wheels on the satin are just, it's a touch of paradise. Gloss black paint matched mirrors with cap, paint match gloss black Ford fender badges, which truthfully guys, when I first saw these, I hated them. Like I hated how large they were. I felt like they were tacky, they were gaudy, they were out of place. I was like questioning what design of Ford was doing. But now that it's paint match black, it kind of like really works super well. Gloss black 6.7 Power Stroke badge, because you gotta let everybody know you got the diesel, of course. Satin black across the doors, gloss black B-pillars, gloss black handles, gloss black steps, satin across the entire bumper side. And then of course you've got your gloss and your satin combinations here on the back. Gloss black platinum badge. I'm so happy that they kept these on the trucks. I feel like it's such a signature and such a staple. Plus then we have some tinted out LED taillights. These things have a huge LED turn signal combo and it's just a really sharp overall appearance. I love the F450s because of this massive bolt-on fender flare versus the molded body style fenders. The F450 is truly the alpha, the titan of its league, and that's why we coined it Kong. Now, one of the silliest things, guys, and I'm gonna be candid with y'all on this, when this truck came into delivery, I was kind of excited about a new key fob. Like my 2024 Denali Ultimate has a new key fob, and truthfully, when these manufacturers do like a massive overhaul, you kind of expect the key fob to get updated. Unfortunately, Ford, you didn't do it this time around. You kind of dropped the ball on us, but new key tags are available, so I had to let you know about that. One of the cool things, however, on this key fob, you can drop the tailgate, you can remote start the truck, lock and unlock, of course, but when you unlock this truck, the setting is set up so the power folding running boards on either side drop automatically, and then when you lock it, they will actually retract. So I thought that that was one cool, nifty little feature. So now that we got this thing ready to rock and roll, we are gonna start it up and I'm gonna take you guys inside. Oh, another feature that is definitely worth noting is as the key is in pocket, all you do is you put your hand on the door handle and it unlocks automatically. Truly keyless entry, which is fantastic. Now we are gonna start this thing up and cool it down inside of this black and caramel interior. Who's a fan of the interior? I personally love it. As you guys know, I'm always the one to go for the eclectic and unique finish. I like the accents, I like the complements, and I really like how it kind of breaks it up. And this caramel interior is absolutely so sick. The leather product, it still smells so new inside of this truck, guys. It is a beautiful, beautiful aroma. We've got the perforated leather, the platinum metal insert, the big bolsters on the side, and then you have your two-tone colors that go all throughout the interior here. New style glove box and entire compartment, which I just wanted to show you guys real quick. And of course you have your back seats, ton of room in the rear. And of course these seats fold up so you have even more storage and cargo space in the rear. But looking around, this truck has been completely re-engineered on the inside. And I actually really like it a lot. Again, it had to kind of grow on me, but a lot of it makes sense because for any of my diehard Ford enthusiasts that are watching, this truck is still very 2022 F-250, right? Like a lot of the buttons, the locations are still in those areas of familiarity. The arrangement and the logistics and the kinetics of it all makes sense. It's just, it's all been pretty much updated. And there's been some things that actually make a lot of sense, such as the way that the steering wheel can telescope up, down, and out. And now for my guys that are more GM, I've never really liked about the old Fords that I was always in a position like up here. I could never get the wheel to actually tilt down enough to where I was at in my preference on my GMC or my Chevy trucks. But Ford finally listened, and I would say stole some things from GM because they all steal things from each other regardless, let's admit that. They actually have the ability now to drop the steering wheel down substantially, which I like because I really like being inside of the truck, not so much on top of the truck where a lot of people like to be up on top of the truck, but that's just not my personal preference. So I'm really happy to see that. You can telescope the wheel out super far and we still maintain the column shifter, which in my personal opinion is something that just kind of can't go away in HD trucks. So along the side here, guys, you have your typical door handle here from Ford. You still have the door canard that kind of cuts down, a lot of similar stylings. You've got your seat controls here, mirror fold out button right here. So we actually have them fully extended right now for towing, mirror adjustment buttons, front and rear windows, Bang & Olufsen sound system in this thing. And what's really cool is you have these kind of brushed aluminum covers, not only in the door canards, but you also have these little kind of tweeters that are above your head on the driver and passenger side. The audio in this thing is absolutely fantastic. You have your mirror lights right here, so you can actually turn them on and it lets you know that they're on. Light controls, you can adjust the pedals in this thing, which I thought was kind of cool. Drop your tailgate, and then you can actually add power to the rear 120 if you would like. And of course, you have a bed light right there. Coming around to the steering wheel, you've got this cool little platinum, just to remind you that like you are in a boss of a truck called Kong. As you're driving down the road, kind of simplified the steering wheel a little bit, but I don't hate it. And they actually made the diameter of the steering wheel a little bit smaller. So again, on the Fords, like I always kind of felt like it was big and clunky, but now it's a little bit more nimble and it kind of makes you feel a little bit more nimble and quick as you're turning the wide track axle on this F450. So you get an absolute ridiculous amount of full turn radius on this truck, which makes the F450 extremely superior in every towing competency, in my personal opinion. Coming around here to the gauge cluster, this is now a fully digital cluster. We're kind of seeing that come out across all of the different platforms, and the views will actually change as you change the drive modes here. So we've got normal, slippery roads, off-road, tow haul, and eco mode. I don't even like, really, is that's like the most ridiculous thing, but you guys can see the way they look is a little bit different each time, which I like a lot. And then of course you can kind of configure what it is that you want on the front area. Miles per gallon, trip 1, calm view, driver assistance. You kind of get into a whole bunch of stuff, and you can even configure your personal one, which goes to your profile here on the big screen. So all of this is very similar. You still have like your volume controls, all of your climate settings, heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel button, which is right here. I think that button location makes a lot of sense compared to some of the older trucks. Drive modes, braking. It does have Pro Trailer Assist, but if you're a real man, you'll never use that. And then getting into all of the haptics of the iOS system, still very similar, very Ford in a lot of different ways. It has Apple CarPlay. We just don't have anything connected to it at the current point in time. You actually have this multi-view ability, so you can look at your bed camera while you're, say, listening to your audio preferences, which is pretty cool, especially when you have something as beautiful as that in tow. Here is your top console, your bottom console. You still have your quad cup holder. Cool little feature here. You have USB, USB-C, cell phone charger. You can close this, and there are actually openings in here that you can fish a wire through for your cell phone. So that way it all still seamlessly integrates right there, and you can plug in if you would like without having to have wires jumbled all over the place. Plus they also put rubber at the bottom of this cup holder, which is pretty important because some of the old F-Series like don't have that, and I think those little things make a big difference, because if you're trying to go quad cup holder, you would just listen to stuff move around in here all the time. Big deep center console. We've got full sunroof ability, panorama that goes all the way back. You've got your glasses holder, your garage openers, and aux 1 through 5, and aux position 1 in this truck enables the rock lights. Now I really like the small little stitching accents and some of the other things that you guys will see around the front and the back of this truck. And overall, man, it is extremely nice, and I am very impressed. The 6.7 Power Stroke makes absolutely fantastic power, as it always has, but the new 10-speed transmission with some of the updates that they made, this thing is truly a towing monster. And then coming around the backside real quick, just wanted to show you guys that it does have the fold up cargo box, so you can actually fold up or compress that if you'd like, for storing and all that other stuff. And you actually have this little release right here, which actually puts the seat back down. And then of course, coming around the rear, you've got USB-C and some other ports back here, along with heated seats in the rear and air conditioning and heat. Plus a lot of cup holders. Like there's a cup holder here, a cup holder here, 2 cup holders there, 4 cup holders up there, cup holders in the door. It's safe to say that you're gonna stay hydrated in this truck. But seriously, I think one of my favorite views of this truck is right here. Dual leash just do it so much different when you have these super deep, ultra concave American Force wheels that are gloss black against this satin. It is just absolutely kick ass. That's a quick overview of DDG38. What do you guys think? Drop some comments below before we get into this absolutely insane 415 2021 Keystone Raptor. All right, guys, so drop a quick comment below. Do you camp already? And what do you currently camp with? And if you don't camp, have you had aspirations to camp in the future? The coolest thing about winning a truck and trailer setup together is you don't have to permanently keep them attached. So if you just want to roll around in a murdered out satin black dually, you have full authority to do so. We have this trailer fully flexed out, and rather than starting from the inside and going out, we're gonna start on the fun side and work our way in. In the back, this camper is super special because it has the ability to fit a full 4-door side-by-side. Meaning, what do you mean, Jack? This garage is actually 15 foot deep, 30 foot of living space, 15 true feet in the back with, as you can see, a whole bunch of tie-down locations, so you can tie down truly whatever you want. There's 9 there and 2 here, so we have 11 tie-down locations throughout this thing. And of course, you have your storage well back here, which is quite nice. Bunch of windows that have all been tinted. And again, PPF Pros did the entire exterior wrap and really truly murdered this thing out. All right, now the cool thing about this is not only do you have the ability to fit a ton of stuff, you've got storage on either side, TV, tinted out windows, man door to enter in and out with a screen door, of course, to keep all the bugs out. And you've got bunking arrangements right here. So you actually have seats that fold down and fold up, so you can do little benches here and here, putting boots on, getting ready to do whatever it is that you wanted to do. And then you actually also have a bed right here. This unit has 3 air conditioners, 1 here, 1 in the main living area, and then 1 in the master. Your primary control panel right here, where you can actually open and close the awning. This is where you move your beds up and down, and then you actually have some additional lights right here that you can turn on and off. Windows open up, and one of the best things, of course, is the half bathroom. Sink, faucet, nice vanity, contemporary colors, little mirror right here, windows so you can see what everyone's doing as you're sitting here on the almighty throne. And then of course you have your washer, dryer, and your drain vent right here if you want to add some means of clothing cleaning abilities. Speakers that actually bring in from the primary audio entertainment system inside, and a big old TV for whatever it is that you want to watch as you're hanging out in your 15-foot freaking garage on wheels. A true toy hauler at that. All right, now this thing actually has tinted glass that takes us into the living quarters, and guys, let me just preface, it is freaking nice. Truly the nicest home away from home I've ever seen. Welcome on in to what could be your new setup. Wow, I am telling you, it is gorgeous. We got the AC on, and it feels amazing because it is nice and toasty outside today. But boys, take a look. 15 foot of cargo in the back, 30 foot up here, up into the very nose of the camper. This thing sleeps so many people comfortably. This is truly an optimized space in my personal opinion. You've got 3 pop outs on this unit, 1 pop out right here, 1 pop out right here, and then of course your primary bedroom pop out up top, which we're going to get into here shortly. But take a look at this, guys. We're talking, again, the gray kind of modern tonal accents all throughout this thing. Lots of optimization. You've got everything that kind of fits in everywhere very accordingly, including some barstool seats. And then you even have some modern little elements of home, like a glass insert of pantry, like a pantry right here. So it's all these things that you kind of come into and you really ask yourself, like, am I actually truly camping? Now, what we're gonna start with is my favorite location in the house. These couches are so freaking comfortable, and not only do they recline by pulling out your little recliner release right here, but we have a massage feature. It's massaging my back right now, and it feels absolutely incredible. And not only can I get a massage while reclining, but I can also turn on the ambient lighting inside the cup holder, and I can turn on the heated seat if you want. Now, these are all haptic by touch, so you actually don't have to touch them with much force at all. And you have 3 settings on your heated chair, 1 light setting, and 3 massage settings, a low, a medium, and a high. I'm gonna clip this back in because I could sit here legitimately all day with you guys and just talk about this thing from this position, but that might get kind of boring. Now, from an entertainment space perspective, you have the ability to pull up 2 bar stools. So you can post up with the kids, post up to eat lunch, post up to do whatever it is that you want to do if you don't want to get too comfortable and fall asleep like I would on that couch right there. Little island in the center offers plugs and a whole bunch of storage options so you can really optimize where everything goes. You obviously have your quartz countertops with ambient lighting that runs all throughout, as well as on the primary kitchen counter as well, which I personally really like. We also have a little Enthusiast apparel flight coaster for you guys and an Enthusiast key holder right here as well. It's the little things that go a long way in our personal opinion. Now, getting back to the kitchen, stainless steel appliances, black and stainless faucet. You have your stainless steel sink with the sink cover right here. Cutting board, stainless steel mini range, microwave, and again, a full-size fridge so that way you can fit a whole bunch of stuff in this thing so that way nobody goes hungry. Storage on top of the microwave, on top of the sink, below the sink, and you even have an onboard vacuum cleaner, road vac right there that goes to a container that's just underneath where all the utilities are. Got a small little window right here, 2 outlets by the sink, and a black backsplash to feet. Now, coming along this side is your central entertainment area. So we have an electric fireplace that has a small heater inside, 2 speakers right there, radio with Bluetooth, and then of course your full TV that integrates into the surround sound as well. More storage up here, and of course an over garage bunk, which isn't as big in this unit, but it makes up for it because you can fit way more stuff back here. Usually it's a queen style bed, but that's a twin style bed. It actually has a ladder that you can climb up into that area to nestle down. All right, so now that you guys kind of got an idea as to what's going on here, some charging, some light switches, etc., we're gonna come over to the steps and the central command area right here. So this is all digital in this thing, which is pretty freaking sweet. Turn it on, see kind of a quick glance of everything going on in your unit. The fuel tank is full for the generator. Gray tank 1, 2, black tank 1, 2, and freshwater tanks are totally empty right now. 13.5 volts coming off the battery. We can control our water pump right here if we want to. Interior lights, we can turn them all on and all off from this central area. Exterior lights, all on, all off. And security lights you can leave on at night. It also has an alarm. And this thing is self-leveling, so it has hydraulics in the rear and in the front, which will get this unit perfectly level for you, so that way everything can operate. Because these things are a little finicky when it comes to all the appliances and apparatuses on board, but it basically does all the hard thinking for you. It also happens to have an on-demand hot water heater, so it's tankless, meaning that as you consume hot water, it heats the water for you versus having a hot water tank that fills up and then runs out after it's been consumed. Also a very nice efficiency, but also modern amenity of these things. Now, jumping on in, we got our full bathroom. This one is quite spacious and it's kind of cool. Has a little cutout right here, nook with, again, little light, little fan action. You've got your full stand-up shower, and this one actually has like a little design in it to make it feel like it's tile. Although it's just an insert, it's still the little things that kind of go the long way in our opinion. You got your vanity with your countertop designer, same kind of colors that all come throughout. Nice little black faucet, me, and your medicine cabinet to feet. Now you can actually lock this from this side if you'd like. Now you have 2 points of entry, one into the master quarters, and then of course your lockable hallway. And then there's actually a door over here that you can lock out your master quarters as well, and your linen closet, because obviously you need a place to keep that stuff. And probably your toilet paper as well, because sometimes that can be essential. Now the cool thing is there's actually some ambience lighting in here as well. So if you want to just keep a little night light on, you can keep that one on instead of keeping all the lights on. And then stepping up into the master quarters, it's a little dark up here. So we are just going to go ahead and flick the light switch on. As you guys can see, turns everything on. The AC feels incredible. Brand new mattress in this thing, still plastic wrapped for whoever ends up taking it home, which could be you. You got your outlets there, bunch of storage, window. This is your pop out of kind of your whole armoire hang up area. Again, a bunch of drawers, storage along the side of the bed, and you have wireless charging ability already all built in, which again, it's the little things. Little TV up here and the ability to basically lock anybody out that you want to. I do like that they actually featured in a barn door. I actually have some barn doors in my personal home. So that right there kind of won me over. And then you can actually secure it for transport with this little bungee cord right here. All you do is you just wrap that around and then it doesn't go anywhere. All right, so stepping back down into the main quarters, we are greeted with this screen door right here, which of course you can close so no bugs come in. But I think guys, it's time to go outside, take a step down, all these steps nice and stable. Screen door will actually latch onto the outside door so it all stays together. And you are basically reminded as you step outside that you have a fully murdered out satin black Keystone Raptor, because we actually have that still up underneath the wrap. PPF Pros did a great job. Now this thing has of course a generator on board. You gain access to all the utilities through of course all these hatches right here. Here are your onboard hydraulics if you ever need to service them, but again, you control these from inside of the unit. Look at these massive hydraulic cylinders, which gets everything nice and leveled out. Also, I think it's worth noting the F450 shows like 0 signs of squat with this huge trailer wrapped up behind it, which is pretty cool. Exterior audio, which kind of syncs back up into the entertainment space with your pop out. Again, 2 canopies that you control from the inside that pop out as well on either front and back side. All the tinted out windows because man, fish bowls are no fun, especially when you're trying to live and have some privacy. You got tri-axles on board. On top of this unit, there are actually solar panels, so that way you can actually charge up some of the items without having the generator on. LED lights on the exterior. Again, you have kind of your nighttime security lighting. And then coming around the other side, ladder to go up top. You have onboard fuel as per usual with a fuel pump that's right in there. You have your gray water and your black water dump out, exhaust pipe per usual for the generator, access to some of your storage areas again right here. And you basically have a setup that is going to not only turn a lot of heads, but it's going to keep you super freaking comfortable in style in the process. Boys and girls, this was quite the vlog. We had a lot to go over, but that's about where we are going to wrap up. So as we conclude, I just want to remind you that DDG37, aka Murdermax, and $30,000 cash, and Kong DDG38 with $50,000 cash are both up for grabs through midnight of August 12th, 2024, meaning one entry gets you 30 times entries for that freaking thing and that freaking thing right there, which is a crazy, insane opportunity. Truly leveling up just for you, our absolutely amazing support base. So you guys got to drop a comment below. What do you think of Kong? Let us know. We can't wait to see what you guys have to say. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, tap that subscribe button. Give this video a big old doozy of a thumbs up. And we'll see you maybe when you come to pick up one of your trucks.